Day one, I think it was a good toss for them to win. We would have bowled as well, and the ball went around quite a bit. I think they're also a confident side. They're playing good cricket, so we knew we were going to be up against it these 4 days, and that's going to be a good challenge, really. Thought we actually battled really well. I think there was a stage there where it looked like they could have bowled us out for under 200. I think what was disappointing is then I felt we got into a position where we could have batted out the day yesterday and actually put on over 300, and there were a couple of dismissals that were not really good balls with batters that were in, and I think so we didn't capitalise on fighting really hard, getting in a position where we could have maybe ended up with 300 and not had as many overs to bowl overnight. Obviously a beautiful day today to bat, so some positives, Tommy Hartley bowling so many overs and bowling well, I think is a real plus for us, and seeing Saki back actually getting through 20 odd overs are, there's some positives there, but obviously we want performances as well. Don't want to take too much credit away from them. I think they're playing very well. And I think, to come out, you've got 8 overs to bowl, been sitting in the change room all day, they were up for it, they're front runners in the game. But from a championship point of view, I still think this is a very good side we put out. I don't think we've played as well as we could, but we've also had the back end of the wicket, really. And you hold on for a good draw. The championship is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So we've still got a lot to play for tomorrow and get through the game with as many points as we can, and then we just keep building on that.
How concerned are you though that this is the second game on the spin where you're going into the last day having to scrap it out for a draw here?
Yeah, I think I don't mind scrapping it out for a draw, but I do think that we probably got the decision wrong on the first game. So I think we've had the bad end of the wicket. And I think you want to get ahead of the game. I think at the end of tomorrow, I think I'll comment on that, because I think if we fight through and you do get another draw, if there's a bit of weather around as well, which it seems there might be, then you still come out of the game having really fought hard. I thought on day one, if we were 180 all out, which we could have been, then that would be even more of a commanding position in sort of 2.5 days. So yeah, there's obviously concern. I think the reality is that there's some very good teams out there as well. But I do think that we're showing some really good signs, and it's just about turning a couple of 40s into 100s. And I think getting our bowling attack to just be a little bit more consistent in what we're doing on good wickets. So there is obviously things to work on, but I still feel that we can, after this game, still be in a good position after 3 matches.
Is there a belief amongst your bowling unit in particular that you can bowl sides out here? Northamptonshire took 19 wickets. Yeah. They've taken 13 so far in the game. Is there a belief that from your bowlers that they can do it here, or is there a bit of a mental block trying to bowl sides out here?
Yeah, we obviously got 20 wickets against Middlesex in the first game, and I think there's also a balance between playing your best bowling side and also trying to get our bowlers through 14 matches. So there's a rest and trying to get bowlers like Saki back on the park and an option, and that takes a bit of time. He hasn't played a full 4-day game in nearly 2 years. So you are trying to balance playing your best players, but also keeping a stock of bowlers. Obviously having John playing as well gives us opportunity to keep other bowlers fresh. And also there's a really good bowler, an international quality bowler in John, yet he hasn't played a lot of 4-day cricket. So I do believe that we can. I think with our spin options as well, what would be nice is just to be on the right side of the game. For us to be 500 in the first innings, bowling with pressure on the opposition, and I think that is the challenge, for us to make sure that we turn opportunities when we do get into big hundreds and actually start getting on the front foot of games rather than being on the back foot. And we felt, obviously, against Middlesex, we were 100 ahead, and we really felt that we were in a good position to win, and they fought back. So we're having to fight a bit now, but it's just making sure when we do get those opportunities to be in front of the game that we actually take them, and then I think you'll see there's a different feeling when you're bowling to win a match than when you're feeling like you've got, the wickets flat or they've got the upper hand. So it'll be nice to be in those positions as well. And we have got still a few bowlers that are coming right. Jimmy's looking good, and it'll be a couple of weeks until he may be ready. And I think that's the positives for me, is that throughout the whole 6 months of the season we're going to have a good attack, rather than just you sort of throw everything in the beginning and then a lot of guys fall short when the middle of the summer comes, when there's quite a lot of cricket. So the positives are that attack should be strong right the way through the season.